Do you really, really, really need their approval to eat what you want to eat, to wear what you want to wear, to say what you want to say? Like, honestly, when I think about it, it's really, really annoying and it pisses me off because you actually dismiss your own opinions just for other people's approval. Like, I'm basically targeting most female teenagers like me. I understand sometimes you want to be in the friend group and, be friends with them and, everything, but you don't need your opinion to live. Like, they're not oxygen, they're not God, they're not your family, they're not the basic amenities you need. So, you don't need your opinion to do whatever you want to do. Let me share my story with you guys and you'll actually see what I'm talking about. So when I first moved here, I had so many friends. Not everyone was nice, but like for the most part, most people were nice. And I was friends with so many people. And there's this friend group that, oh hey, do you like this one? Let's all go together. Oh hey, do you wanna do this? Let's all do this together. Like, that kind of do everything together, shared opinions and values. And honestly, I liked it because why would I be friends with someone or a friend group that we have nothing in common or any value that we share? But things started to get a little bit extreme. Like, I would wear a jacket to school and they're like, oh, this jacket is too big, don't wear it. And I'm like, okay, but my parents got it for me to protect me from the cold and everything. And of course, I was new. Of course, I wanted everyone to like me. I just wanted the whole attention and everything. So I would always listen to them. If I wear anything, I'll ask, oh, do you think this is pretty? If they say no, I would not wear that ever again because to them, I always wanted to look pretty. I always wanted to, them to approve me or, get their attention. But one thing I was always forgetting is that they don't pay my bills. I don't worship them. Like, they don't help me get my good grades. They're not my God. They're not of any person of high value in my life. And I necessarily do not need their approval. But, of course, peer pressure, teenage things and everything, I was under their shadow for a very long time until I wasn't really in a dark state of my life. And then I realized, wait, they don't ask me if their own clothes are pretty, but I always ask them. And even if they ask me and I say no, they still do it anyways. I always go for them to seek like confidence and everything. But honestly, do they reciprocate that to me? And I'm like, it's like I'm always the one pushing and bringing myself low to them. And also, my aunt was always telling me, "Oh, you don't need to be like them. You don't need to follow them and everything." But honestly, I like never really actually believed that until I just like thought about it, and I'm like, what a waste of time, effort, and energy. Because these children, my grades are higher than theirs, and forgetting about grades, I have good manners, but they don't. Like, I remember this teacher was carrying lots of stuff, and normally when someone is coming and you walk through the door, you're supposed to open the door for the person, let the person go. Not like you just shut the door in their face or anything. They literally shut the door in the teacher's face. And I'm like, oh, that's rude. We shouldn't do that. Let's help the teacher. And they were like, no, don't help her. We don't like her. But I'm like, I like the teacher. And they were like, well, you can go help her if you want. So in that moment, I was stuck in between. If I go help the teacher, my friends won't talk to me anymore. But if I join my friends and be mean, they'll keep talking to me. But I know, like, where I come from, we're not like that. We have good manners. We're not mean to teachers or people. Like, yes, some teachers may be, I don't know, jerks, but still, like, manners, respect, it's in the Bible. Your parents, people older than you, people of authority, you're supposed to respect them. I'm like, no, 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 no. This is not who I am. This is not what I want. And I went to help their teacher, and I actually thought they were joking, but I can tell you those people stopped talking to me. And I'm like, so because I disobeyed one thing you said, you all stop talking to me. That moment, I'm like, you know what? I don't need your approval. I don't need your opinions in my life. I don't need anything to, wear what I want, eat what I want, and do anything. And the moment I realized that, my confidence rised and my life literally changed. Like, I'm friends with this new set of people. We have the same values. We are in the same sport groups. We are in my school clubs together. We love our religion and culture. Honestly, we are very diverse. Like, I have like three Nigerian friends in that friend group. We have about two people from Uganda, like a few. There is, I know one person is from Ukraine, and the other one is from like Estonia, or and one person is like from England, and we're just very diverse. We love each other, help each other, support each other. And yes, sometimes you're like, oh guys, this is my presentation, and you read your assignment to them, and you're like, what do you think? Yeah, that's like positive opinion approval, not you go to them and say, oh, I'm going somewhere, do you think, like, sometimes, yeah, you need to know if your outfit is gonna be good, but like, continuously, you don't need them. Like, they did not pay for the outfit, they did not pay your bills, they did not do anything. So you don't need anyone's approval, you don't need anyone's validation. You need to be confident in yourself. And yeah, just be confident. And if you don't know how to be confident, let me tell you one way I increase my confidence. I am very, very delusional. Like, I could just be in my room doing my homework, listening to music, and my mind just randomly drifts away, and I'm like, oh, in the future, I want my Lamborghini as a future billionaire, driving my cars, signing clients and, like, contracts, those kind of stuff. And like, imagine things in my mind, and I begin to manifest them. So if you don't manifest like positive and confident things in your mind and think about it and create some random scenarios in your mind, whatever you think will become your reality. Like, our mind is very powerful. Like, if you guys don't know this, before we do anything, we actually have to think about it. Like, if we wake up in the morning, you don't just wake up and just start your day. You have to, oh, wake up, your brain is awake, and like, oh, I have to get up. And it's either you get up or you snooze your alarm and you continue sleeping, which is not okay. But sometimes, yes, we are tired, but always make sure to wake up and get up. You have to think to get up before you actually get up. You have to think, oh, I'm hungry, I have to eat before you actually physically go and eat. You have to think, oh, the groceries are done, I have to get more groceries before you actually physically go to get the groceries you want. So your mind is very powerful. If you think you're confident and you imagine you're very delusional about it, oh, I'm confident, I can walk in the hallways without being scared, I love my body the way my body is, I'm not ugly, you manifest those thoughts in your mind, then that slowly becomes your reality. And if you cannot imagine, you don't know how to be delusional, then you know what? Fake it. If you're not confident, fake your confidence, and you'll be used to being confident, and the fake confidence will become your real confidence. Like, I remember me, like, if, like, say for example, I was sitting somewhere and I go to the bathroom and someone comes to sit there and there are no other seats, I'll stand and let the person sit. But because I was always scared to, talk to people and then argue with people, I was always scared. But I watched this girl, not girl, she's like a mentor coach on YouTube. I follow her on all her handles. Her name is The Wizard Liz. You all, especially females, please follow her. And for the males watching, make sure to watch Iman Gadzi. He is, I don't know, God bless the both of them. They've really helped me so far in my life. So I watched her and she's like, be confident. Like, like, if someone don't, just speak up for yourself. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so scared to speak up, what should I do? I had two options, to either stand or be confident and tell them, oh, I was sitting there, I know you did not meet me there, but that is my seat, I brought it for myself. And also, my bag was like on the seat. So as a normal human being, you want to sit down and you see someone else's bag, you're supposed to know like the seat is taken. But this random dude sat there, and I went to him, I'm like, oh, you're sitting on my chair. And I was like, oh, I didn't see you there. I'm like, but you saw my bag, like, duh. And I was like, yeah, I saw your bag, but I'm gonna sit there. And at that point, I was scared, like, oh my god, should I continue arguing or I should just go? I really just wanted to stop the argument and like just sit down and not argue at all. But I'm like, I looked him in the eye and I said, you are supposed to be mature. And as a mature guy that you are, you saw a female's bag there and you still sat there. And I told him that literally says you have zero manners, zero respect, and you actually have to get up and get yourself a chair. He looked at me back in the eye, and when he actually realized what he's done, he got up and found himself another chair. And one thing I noticed with what I said is I didn't just yell at him or argue bluntly and get really violent and agitated. There is two types of energies, the feminine and masculine energy. Masculine energy is very productive, it helps you get work done. you know I use it like in class when I'm being serious with things. I'm being focused, being very entrepreneur, oh, whatever the word is. Yeah, but the feminine energy is very nurturing, caring, calm, and respectful. So I didn't just yell at him and like insulted him. I targeted his emotions and said, "Oh, you're being really disrespectful and being very mannerless right now. You saw a female's chair back there and you sat there without my permission, and I'm feeling really hurt right now. So please, can you get up?" And everything was just very guilt tripping, and I literally attacked his emotions and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was just joking. I'll get up." And he literally left, and I sat there, and my friends were like, "Oh, for the first time you're actually talking." And I felt so proud of myself. And that feeling I got from, speaking up for myself and, getting my right back, I'm like, I love this kind of dopamine I'm getting, this kind of feeling I'm getting. And on, I was very consistent. Like, at first, I faked it, and now I'm being used to being confident. So that's how one of the ways I increase my confidence, and I basically knew I actually don't need anyone's validation to live. Like, you're not oxygen, you're not my favorite food, you're not my shirt. Like, I don't necessarily need you to live. So if you don't pay my bills, then your opinions. Yeah, another thing I want to say before I end this video is what other people say about you is not necessarily your business. It's their own perspective on your life. It is not you, it is not your perspective, it is not God's perspective. So you don't necessarily need to focus on other people's perspective, because okay, three different people can say three different things about you. The first person can say, "Oh, she's really pretty and nice." The second person can say, "Oh, I don't really know her, but yeah, I like her outfit." The third person can say, "Oh, I don't like her. She's too bossy. She's too arrogant. She's too proud. She's too this." Like, it's their own perspective on you. What is your perspective on you? What are the beautiful, positive things you think of yourself? What is it? Make sure you journal and write it down, and reflect on them before you sleep or when you wake up in the morning, and just like, what are the three positive things about myself from my own perspective? Your perspective is all that matters in your life. In your life, you are the main character. Be it, own it. Don't get intimidated by other people, because that only shatters your confidence. If you see someone that's prettier than you, compliment them. Say, "Oh, you're really beautiful, you're really pretty," because only beautiful people, pretty people, recognize other pretty people. If you're a person and you're hating other people and you're saying, "Oh, she's very ugly," that means you yourself, you're ugly, and you're only putting your what you see in yourself in other people. Like, if someone tells me, "Oh, your hair looks bad," and I'm like, "Oh, well, you can fix yours too," because honestly, if someone tells me my hair looks bad, I know my hair doesn't look bad, but their hair probably looks bad, and they're mirroring themselves and other people. And I'll tell them, "Oh, if you think your hair looks bad, I can help you like research things to make your hair feel better, and I hope you heal from your hair trauma or whatever problems you have." And yeah, thanks for complimenting my hair. First off, I wasn't rude to them. Yeah, it may seem really sassy, but I only reply them in a way they know never ever to disrespect me and call my hair ugly, because this hair, if you're not born with an African hair, you are never gonna have it. If you like wear all the wigs you wanna wear, put all the chemicals you wanna put, this hair is very natural, and only a set of people that are born with it will actually have it. And if you go ahead to like straighten your hair, It's really hard to get this texture back. That's how rare it is, and I appreciate it so much. And if you tell me it's ugly, what my hair and what my brain translates it into is like your own hair. You're calling your own hair ugly, and you're telling me that. Like, honestly, what's my business with that? Absolutely nothing. Your hair doesn't help my parents. Your hair doesn't answer my prayer. So you don't need anyone's opinion to live. If you're not God or your family or people you care about, they're none of your business. Anyways, happy Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday. Eat well, sleep well, drink well, pray to God, be religious, and just find something good to do with your life. And that is all for this video. Have a nice day.